Hi, I'm Jeremy Davis, the PPPO Site Lead for the Portsmouth Site. Cleanup at the PPPO Sites is providing opportunities for future reuse of the sites that support economic development in the local communities of Western Kentucky and Southern Ohio. Our work has been successful due to the ongoing collaboration with industry, regulators, local communities, advisory boards, and of course, our workforce. At the Portsmouth Site, full-scale planning and execution of the 3 process buildings that make up the former gaseous diffusion plant began in 2010, with deactivation activities to assess the buildings and equipment, remove hazards, and prepare for demolition. The Portsmouth Paducah Project Office team completed demolition of the first process building in 2022. The massive 30-acre X326 building took just under 13 months to demolish. In December 2024, crews completed the deactivation of the Portsmouth X333 process building that housed the largest of the enrichment process equipment. Pre-demolition activities are taking place now, with the demolition expected to begin this spring. Crews are also working to deactivate the third and final process building in Portsmouth, the X330. In the next decade, all 3 process buildings in Portsmouth will be demolished. At the Paducah site, deactivation began on the C333 process building in late 2019. Characterization, deactivation, and converter segmentation will wrap up later this year. Attention has already turned to the C337 building to begin deactivation assessments in 2025. 2 more process buildings, the C335 and C331, are set to be deactivated and demolished after that. To advance cleanup, project integration proved to be critical at Portsmouth. It set the blueprint for the future. Strategic planning involved making a decision on waste disposal. Working with the regulatory partners, we reached a decision for the on-site waste disposal facility, or OSWDF. The Community Advisory Board requested excavation of previously closed landfills and plumes to provide fill for the on-site waste disposal facility. The result will provide up to 1,000 contiguous acres of the central industrial site suitable for future reuse. An integrated project portfolio for demolition, waste disposal, and soil excavation resulted in an almost perfect storm. Within a 2-week period, the OSWDF completed their first cells and were ready to accept waste. The first of the landfills and plumes were in line for excavation, and the first demolition waste was already lined up. The integration resulted in the demolition completing 18 months ahead of schedule and $20 million under the budget. The same careful choreography will take place for the X333 and the X330 building demolition. With a successful strategy in place in Portsmouth, the focus now shifts to Paducah as they realign strategies to accelerate cleanup. With the ultimate goal to advance cleanup to enable U.S. energy and security, PPPO is committed to supporting plans for our communities to realize a vibrant future. Since 2018, Portsmouth transferred 2 land parcels totaling more than 300 acres to the Southern Ohio Diversification Initiative, the community reuse organization. SODI sold 80 of those acres for the construction of an energy manufacturing complex, and they have contracts for additional acreage. An adjacent 48-acre parcel is currently in congressional review for transfer to SODI later this year, and a recent request for more than 200 acres is being evaluated by DOE for potential transfer. Paducah received their first property transfer request from the Paducah-McCracken County Industrial Development Authority and the Paducah Area Community Reuse Organization last year. PPPO worked with regulators and the requesters to hone in on 209 acres suitable for transfer. A transfer package for Parcel 1 in Paducah is expected to be submitted to DOE later this year. At Paducah, we are also engaged with Global Laser Enrichment, who plan to re-enrich uranium from our inventory of depleted uranium hexafluoride. Global Laser Enrichment recently acquired more than 600 acres adjacent to the site to begin the process for construction of the plant. PPPO's goal is to support the overall cleanup mission at both sites, which includes the community's vision for the future. By facilitating property transfers in the short term and supporting reindustrialization long term, we are building a future fueled by collaboration, sustainability, and economic growth.